everybody, it's Bourbon Bill, and tonight, a very special episode. In fact, the most special episode we've ever done. It is what is the best bourbon out there, period. Asterisks of what I have. And the contenders are... So a couple people made this possible, so I want to thank everyone first of all. Big shout out to Eric DeValk for sending a sample in of a bourbon I've never tried. 2021 King of Kentucky 14 year at 128.5 proof, barrel 20. Holy smokes, we got a cock in the house. Second cock in the house. Never tried King Kentucky. Super pumped. Thank you, Eric, for that. And how could... Now, I don't own a bottle of that. The other sample, big shout out to Ralph, a.k.a. the Professor, for the George T. Stagg 2022 batch. 69.35% alcohol by volume. Reverse compute. 138.7 proof. Thank you, Ralph, for the sample of that. So, that covers the samples. And then I pulled. So, it was samples between those two, right? I'm psyched for both of them. Now, I have had George T. Stagg before, not the 2022 though, which I hear was a particularly fine year. Look, have you ever gone to a bottle share with your buddies? Found it a little hard to wake up the next morning, huh? Just not feeling 100%. Well, ZBiotics is here to help with that, okay? ZBiotics is the first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle those tough mornings after drinking. And boy, do they even tape the sides of this box, okay? That's how much they care for your safety. You should know, these are sweet little bottles. You know, they're clear. They say ZBiotics on them. When you drink, I don't know if you knew this, but alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in your gut. And it's this byproduct, not your dehydrated self, that's to blame for your rough next day. ZBiotic produces an enzyme in this little fancy bottle right here that breaks down this byproduct. So just remember, drink this probiotic before your first Jack Daniels or Knob Creek pour of the night. Drink responsibly, get a good night's rest, and you'll feel your best tomorrow. And look, you know where I've used these at? Jason from the Mash and Drum, his summer jam at Sagamore Spirits. My brother-in-law and I went, and this right here helped us the next day. We did not feel horrible after drinking quite a bit that night of very good stuff. Dusties, you know, we had 13th Colony Double Oak flowing like it was coming out of a fountain. A lot of good stuff that night. And this here did help us feel better the next day. So, on your screen you'll see a link. If you go to zbiotics.com/bourbonbill, you're going to get 15% off your first order. So you're welcome. Here I am. Look, I help you save money with bourbons, and I'm helping you keep money in your pocket with the 15% off. So if you haven't tried it yet, go ahead and try it. It does work. I wouldn't put someone on this channel that didn't help you out. I really wouldn't. It's not a miracle though. It's not gonna, you know, if you go out there and pound 30 Stag Junior pours in one night, it ain't gonna save you. Okay, you gotta be smart about it. But it does help you the next day. So get yourself some ZBiotics. Then I pulled the best bourbons I own, in no particular order. Russell's Reserve 13 year batch 1, the OG. Coming in at 114.8 proof, compute 57.4% alcohol by volume, winning my bourbon of the year that year, whatever year that was, 2021, I forget. Up next, Lucky 7, the proprietor, 14 year cash strength Barton at 134.5 compute 67.25% Alcohol by volume, a killer bottle. Oh, let's talk about prices. When this batch 1 came out, $70 hairs. This was $150 hairs a bottle when it came out. They did do a proprietor 15-year that I didn't get in 2022 or 3. So this would be a 21 or 22 bottle. The bottle currently leading my best bourbon of 2024, Hardin's Creek Jacob's Well Batch 2, the 211 month or 17.5 year, 110 proof Jim Beam. Holy shit, this is a good bottle. If you haven't gotten this bottle, you're an idiot. That's all there's to say about it. This one here, about $180 hairs, give or take, MSRP wise this year. And then probably the best bourbon I own. So I guess this one's in order. Heaven Hill 17 year. Coming, I forget what this one is. 118.2. Compute 59.1% alcohol by volume. Luckiest bottle I ever got. MSRP on that was, I believe, I want to say $250 hairs when that came out. That was a 2022 release. Last year was that 20-year corn whiskey, which was terrible. And this year in 2024 is the 18-year, but not to be fooled, most of this 17-year here is actually 19 to 20-year-old. So the 18's all 18. So, and I've heard it's not nearly as good as a 17. So I don't even care to find the 18, quite honestly. All right, these are all mixed up here. Every color of the Glencairn rainbow. We're doing them blind. You'll know the answer, but I won't till the end. First up, the black. Oh, first of all, be prepared for a lot of like, oh my God, and good lords, because all of these are going to be that. There are no losers here tonight. And I only did this because A, I want to drink really good whiskey tonight, and B, I want to see how the old king of Kentucky held up, and if it was truly a king. So there you go. All right, now I know you can't get most of these, except you can probably get that Jacob's Well Batch 2 Hardin's Creek. So, even if the place is last, that's the most available bourbon up here. And you don't even have to pay crazy secondary price. You can probably get it for $200 or less. Thank me later. All right, in the black. Good Lord, that smells delicious. Tons of well-seasoned oak. It's just like a nice dank oak on there. An old well-seasoned tree, baby. Caramels, fruits. I'm getting some like stone fruits on this one, not red fruits. Like some stone fruits in there. Just a well-seasoned heap of oak and caramel. Smells a little proofy. Let's take a sip. Oh, that's dang good. Oh. Wow. Yeah. Love it. Love it. She's proofy. Exactly what we said on the nose comes through in the palate. It's just all oak, caramel, a little bit of fruit, but it just lingers. And, oh, gosh, this is going to be so hard to pick a winner. I'll tell you that. Guess on that? Hard to say. Hard to say. Because it's such high proof, I don't know. I don't think it's Kentucky, and I don't think it's Georgia. That might be the Lucky 7 because of the proof on it. Because I think, let's see here, the George T. Stagg was 138 and the King Kentucky was 128. It's in that range, I would say, and this one's 134, the Lucky 7. So I think I'm going to guess that's the Lucky 7. All right, in the gold. Oh, there's like a nice tobacco in here. Oh my God, is this one good? There's like just dark cherry, a little bit of tobacco, a massive wall of oak, and like just candy caramel. So this is better than the black to me. Let's take a sip. Might be one of the best things I've ever tasted. Oh, On the palate, there's red fruits, there's caramel, there's leather, there's oak, there's a little bit of tobacco. God damn, that one's good. All right, that one beats the black for me, so I'll put that one in the front order. Okay, the black. There's a little bit of nuttiness on the end, so I think that's either the Heaven Hill 17 or the Beam. One of the two. Doesn't drink particularly hot, but it's got so much going on. The Beam's like 110. The Heaven Hill, I said, was like 118 or 119, so it's in there. I think it's one of them. All right, in the blue. Oh, man, this is like a dusty oak here in caramel. A nice, like strawberry cherry red fruit thing going on in the back on this. This has like a dusty caramel oak quality to it. A little bit sweeter. A little bit of barrel char coming through. Let's take a sip. It's got like a barrel char, heavy oak thing, caramel. A little bit of that red fruit coming through. It's fairly light though, kind of compared to the others. Finish is shorter. Proof seems lower. I'm gonna place that third. So I'm gonna say the gold, the black, and the blue so far of the three that I've tried. That's very good. It's not my favorite of what I've tried so far, but only because of the shorter finish and a little bit thinner mouthfeel. All right, up next, the green. Let's give it a whiff. Oh man. This is all like cherries, oak. Wow, a lot of red fruit on this. Man. There's caramel there. The oak is not as oaky as the other things we've had, I'll say that. It's got a good oak tone to it, but the predominant note is just like a cherry thing going on. Cherries and fruit and like caramel and then the oak, but the oak is not as well seasoned and well aged smelling as the other ones we've had. Let's take a sip. Man, that's good. Man, that's good. Oh, I know what that is. That's a Buffalo Trace product. That's the George T. Stagg. A lot of like strawberries and cream and cherry with the oak. But you know, I don't know. That's not first or second, I don't think. All right, up next in the clear. The only one we can tell the color, nice dark color to it. Let's give this one a nosing. Oh, oh. Maybe this is the Stagg. This has a ton of fruit on the nose. And this has that nice oak quality to the back end of it, with a lot of good caramel here too. Wow, like the brightest cherry. Confectioner sugar on here even. Smells high proof too. It's good. There's a different note that I just can't quite. What is that? It's just like a little bit of a sharp note to it, but it's very good. I can't describe. It's a little bit savory. It's a good kind of oak. Let's take a sip. Wow. Wow. Long finish. Tons of caramel. A very well done oak layer to it. And like just it has red fruit, but also like a peaches apricot thing going on too. It's got like two kinds of fruits intermingled. I'm really digging this one. Wow, I don't know where I'm placing that. That's towards the top half, I would think. Last but not least, the red. Oh man, just as dank and dark. I love the deep, dark flavors. I mean, this got it. There's tobacco. There's like this like soft candy, well-seasoned oak. It's like a candy oak. If oak was a candy. Barrel char's got fruit. Son of a bitch, that smells really good. Let's take a sip. Oh, son of a bitch. Mmm. Gosh, damn. It's so deep, dark, and rich. I mean, there's a little bit of chocolate. There's a crap ton of like well-seasoned oak here. Just like a sweet candied well-seasoned oak. Caramel, barrel char. Maybe the faintest hint of a nut. Leather, tobacco. That's going right to the top. Go back through them off camera, and we'll come back with my rankings, guesses, and results. And we're back. So I went through these. There was a couple changes to the order. So bear with me. You already know, because it was on the screen, what they were. But in last place was actually black, which wasn't one of my lower ones originally going into it. Let me get the answer key. Rita sent me a picture. Last place was Lucky 714 Year, the proprietor. And don't be fooled. Last place is still an absolute buy, and I would back this up if I could. Only reason it lost was had a lot of oak, had a lot of fruits and caramel to it. It didn't have the deep, rich oak that separated like the top two from the rest. So she oaky, but she ain't that deep, rich type of oak. Alright, in fifth place, the blue was Russell's Reserve 13-year batch 1. 70 doll hair, best bargain up here. Just beat a $150 doll hair bottle, the Lucky 7. Really good stuff. What held it back was just probably proof, even though some stuff was also lower, but it's really all palate dependent at this point, right? And it's the finer specifics of your palate at this point. All these are oaky, fruity, caramel deliciousness. This was like a nice dusty oak, but it just felt a little thin compared to some other stuff up here tonight. Alright, in fourth place in the green was... thank you, Ralph. The George T. Stagg 2022. I think I called that one as George T. Stagg, in fact. Quite good. Quite good. But, you know, what held it back from the top three was, again, it's just a little simple. You know, it was just cherry and oak and some caramel and, you know. And it wasn't just that deep, rich, well-seasoned oak. It had oak, felt old, but it just didn't have enough. So, you know, that's BTAC. You know, what's the price on that bottle? $100, $120 hairs a bottle? That's a good price for that. If you got to pay $500, $600 on secondary, or more, whatever, I wouldn't. Third place, the Clear. Was King of Kentucky, but not King of the Night. Did not. It placed third. Did not get first or second. This is the King of Kentucky 14-year from 2021. Thank you again, Eric, for sending this. Wow. I mean, this is really good. Now, I know they released like a 16 and an 18-year and a 15, so I'd be real curious to try a slightly older version. This was very good. Edged out the George T. Stagg, I thought. I don't know what MSRP is on these. Eric, let me know what the MSRP is on this, but it's very good. You know, what would I pay? You know, probably 200-ish doll hairs for one of those I would pay for sure. And I'm a cheapskate. So, that was very good. But I will say that it was an easy third. Actually, honestly, 1, 2, 3 were pretty easy. I mean, they were better than the rest, right? They were better than the bottom three. But I didn't have too much struggle to place the top three. I said, nope, this is the best one. This is the second best. This is the third best. There was not a lot of struggle for the top three. Alright, that leaves us the red and the gold. So our winner tonight is none other than Heaven Hill 17. Fucking crushed it. I mean, this is a bottle to end all bottles. I will probably actually physically cry when this bottle's gone. Like I said, I paid MSRP for this, which was like $250 at the time. 3 of them came to Central Pennsylvania. I was lucky enough to get one of the 3. Secondary on this bottle is like $1,000, and I won't spend that money on something I'm going to consume and drink. That's crazy, you know. I'd rather spend that on guns or something. You know, that's crazy. I wouldn't spend $1,000 on bourbon. But I would spend some solid cash to get another one of these bottles. I really would. It's got everything going on with it. It really does. It's got the danko, the tobacco, the caramel, a little bit of nuttiness to it, the barrel. It's got everything. The fruit. It's got it all. It's got it all. This is one of the best bourbons I've ever tasted. Right? Now, the only bottle that was missing tonight. So when I think of what's the best stuff I've tasted, right? It's all here tonight except Michter's 20. Now, Michter's 20 I think would fight with the Heaven Hill 17. I really like Michter's 20. I've tried a sample once, or twice. I tried a sample twice. Thanks my buddy Mark for that. I don't have a sample to share tonight, so I've never actually compared it at the same time to the Heaven Hill 17. But Michter's 20 is phenomenal. And I believe if I had Michter's 20, it would be up here first or second, to be honest with you, okay? So what I'm trying to tell you is that Michter's 20 is probably fighting with Heaven Hill 17. Keep that in mind. Heaven Hill 17, again, is mostly 19 and 20-year-old distillate. The youngest barrels in here are 17. Which actually leads me to our second place is the best damn value, period. And the most available up here, it's this gosh dang Hardin's Creek Jacob's Well Batch 2. This is a BTAC killer. This just beat King of Kentucky, George T. Stagg, Russell's 13 Batch 1, and Lucky 714 Year the Proprietor. A gosh dang available beam product. I mean, I need to go get another one of these, honestly. While these are still available, there's just no excuse for me not. This is the pinnacle of beam. This year for 2024, they're doing, besides this, which was actually released in very late 2023, but I didn't get it until 2024, so it still counts. They're doing like a 10-year corn whiskey this year. I'm not into that. Okay? This son of a bitch, though. I mean, you gotta buy this. I mean, look, I wish Beam was paying me to say this, but you gotta buy this bottle. I don't generally do backups, but this is bunker worthy. If you like what we saw tonight, please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Have a good evening, everybody.